So I made a mistake. I was wrong, very wrong. And I just want to apologize. In my very first watermelon flush video, I said, I'm doing this, I'm documenting this for you, for the ones watching, so that you're more able to see how this type of way of eating is doable. Because sometimes whenever you see someone else do it, you're like, wow, I could do it too, and it motivates you. But I'm doing this for myself. And it took me a couple days to realize it, especially after, you know, eating watermelon and then going back to eating plant-based and then, you know, slipping up. I'm really realizing this is for me. This is to keep me held accountable, to keep me pushing forward, to keep me motivated. So I just wanted to thank you all. Thank you. You do not understand, overstand how much I appreciate you. You guys are allowing an outlet for me. We're building a community of people who are kind of on the same wave, the same vibration, the same mentality, or looking to move into the same mentality or state of mind. We all have things we can relate to each other with. And so this is a comfortable place where I can express myself, and I just really want to give you guys all the flowers, because without me sitting here and talking in front of this camera, I probably wouldn't be talking about a lot of this stuff that I'm able to get off my chest. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now today, we got this beautiful watermelon here. You are giving me so much life, so much energy, so much more insight and wisdom with self. I am so happy. You are love, you are love, you are light, you are beautiful. Thank you for being here and nourishing my body. Okay? You guys know I love talking to the things I'm about to consume, because I love me, and I like to spill love into the food before I eat it, because what you eat becomes you, right? I really just wanted to thank you guys. And you know what I'm realizing? Watermelon, or let's just say fruit, because if I was doing this with pineapples or if I was doing this with cantaloupe, I feel like it would kind of be the same result, as in me having so much energy when I eat it. Whenever I broke my, you know, eating of watermelon yesterday, and I ate salad and chips, I didn't really have as much energy as when I'm eating watermelon. For example, whenever I woke up today, I did not feel like getting up and laying down and meditating. Like, my body was just antsy. And I've said this before, and you'd think I would, you know, learn. But my body was just antsy. I didn't want to go do tucks. Whenever I stood there to like do my standing tucks, I was like, I just don't feel like I'm in the right headspace. Like, I don't think I'm gonna fall, but I just don't feel it. I didn't really feel like exercising, but I pushed through, I did. But it's just that feeling. I don't like that feeling of wanting to do something but not having the energy to do it. I don't like that. And fruit gives me more than enough energy. Makes me feel confident, makes me feel, it just does something to you. I haven't done this with like a vegetable, so who knows, maybe somebody out there can try, you know, a vegetable, mono vegetable, and see how that goes. Anyway, I'm really realizing more and more, because I've said this before, I'm realizing that, you know, this is what makes my body feel like it's thriving. But, you know, I go back to eating some things that I used to eat, you know, potatoes, I like French fries, okay, love me some French fries. Chips, I love me some chips. Salad, you guys know I love me some salad, okay. Rice and beans, Like, I can go on and on and on and on. Bread, but it's not worth it in the end. And no matter how many times I do it, I eat the fruit and then I go back to plant-based, I'm like, dang, it wasn't worth it. So why do I keep going back? Because my programs are heavy. My ego, my past self is heavy. It wants to stay the current self. My past self knows that I'm evolving and that I'm letting go of it, my past self. I'm letting go of my past self, and my past self knows this. So it's like, no, stay here. I'm gonna give you feelings to wanna do this and that and keep this identity. But I'm moving forward. And even whenever you take steps back, guess what? I wouldn't even call it take steps back. You never take steps back. There's no going backwards. You're always moving forward. From, it's been a little over a week or so, from the week of the flush that I did and, now this week, I am not the same person. Even if I start eating plant-based foods for the rest of the year, that week of eating watermelon changed me. And honestly, now I feel like before I felt like where I wanted to be, like my eating habits, I felt like I was great, like I was good, I loved what I was eating. I felt like I was getting energy and it was way better than how I was before, how I was eating before. Because I was heavy on the cheese and then I kind of cut the cheese. And so I was eating mainly just like rice, beans, vegetables, fruits. But then Source was like, no, let's take it a step further. And I listened to Source and I took it a step further and I did the mono fruit. And since then, I feel like mono meals is now my go-to. That is now my base. So I'm gonna do my best and Source be with me and allow me to go through it with ease, not push myself too hard, let it flow naturally, not be hard on myself. But I want to allow this to be a lifestyle where I'm mainly in a year, more days in a year, I'm eating a mono type meal way of eating, because I don't like the word diet, and I like live it, but I feel like if I say live it, y'all might not really, you'd be like, what is he talking about? But a mono live it is my base. I want that to be my base because it's so beneficial and I feel the effects. I've had the experience and it's like, yeah, that's the go. That's how I should be feeling. And I'm not saying that I'm not gonna eat rice and beans and salad again, but I know that in a year, 365 days of a year, I want to be eating a mono meal live it more of those days than not. So that's my goal for myself. I'm not saying I'm doing it this year, but I want that to be my foundation. And then, there's times where I eat, whatever I want to eat, but I always bring it back to my foundation of eating habits or window of consumption or however you want to word it. Kind of reflect on what's yours. What is your base live it way of eating diet? So that's about it for this video, you guys. Start trying other ways of eating and seeing what your body likes, because no matter what the medical field or the food industry or the holistic field has to say, no matter what nobody has to say, the food that is best for you is only known by you. So you have to experience different ways of eating and listen to your body, see how it feels, to see what fits you. Okay? That's why I love being an experimenter of self, a scientist of self, because it allows me to get to know myself, which then allows me to create the reality I truly, authentically want. If you don't know yourself and you're just living from what other people say, you're like, oh, well, I was told this was right, but you don't really experience things head on by yourself, for yourself, you may not be creating your true, authentic reality. All right. So with all that being said, you guys, me and Watermelon want to say toodly-doo until the next video. You are whole, you are strong, you are beautiful, you are abundant in all things positive. You are moving into the better and better version of yourself each and every day. You continue to move forward. There's no possibility of moving backwards. Even if it looks around you like you're taking 10 steps back, you're actually taking 20 steps forward. Your perception is everything. So allow it to be positive and optimistic, okay? And then I'm telling you, you will see how your days will unfold in more uplifting, harmonious, positive ways. All right. I'll see you in the next video, my friend. Toodly-doo.